Ah, Starscream, you traitorous, idiotic, inconsiderate asshole. We love you and so do the folks over at Hasbro because damn, you've gotten some good-ass figures within the past few years. Well, for the most part, I don't even want to dare discussing that wretched Power of the Primes release. But this version of the character, you know, the guy who gets obliterated by his old master after he comes back looking like a sexy purple king, deserves something good, and it got just that. Making its debut in Earthrise as an upscaled version of the 2006 Classics Deluxe figure, polishing its engineering to make him fit in with the modern stuff, and officially becoming Hasbro's main G1 Seeker mold with the likes of horribly expensive repaints and retools of beloved characters. Coronation STARSCREAM is a true wonder to behold. At a mere $55 US, you can get yourself a Starscream with a lovely fashion sense, a crown to signify his King of the Decepticons status, and a big purple throne you can chuck Galvatron onto after he's finished roasting Starscream harder than Megatron ever had the will to. The jet mode on this figure is pretty fantastic in my opinion. It's sleek, the underside kibble is well managed, and it looks absolutely beautiful. I don't particularly care for the gaping hole where the head goes in robot mode, however that doesn't detract from the overall quality of this mode. It's fun, solid, and it looks gorgeous. So getting down into the transformation for this guy, it is quite simple and quite enjoyable. I really do love just transforming this guy back and forth. So first thing I like to do here is pop off null rays, like so. Take these little wings at the end, fold those up, take the wings right here, untab them, fold them up on a double hinge system, like so. Then, what do I like to do here? I like to take the crotch section, the fucking skirt piece, or whatever, just fold that up, take the knees, bring them down, untab the legs, bring those down, close the legs back up, bring the feet up, flip the heels back, untab the end wings right there, and fold them down. Boom, there you have his legs all done, like so. Untap the chest, rotate your camera up a little bit. Okay, bring the body back, fold out the arms, take the nose cone section right here, untab this, take the cockpit, rotate it, and just fold it down into place, and then these little tabs right here will just peg into the grooves right there where my nail is. Just do that. Take this piece, fold it back, and boom, there you have the body. And then the arms, what you want to do here is just try your absolute best, to just fucking fold the arms down like so. Then take the I didn't elaborate on this, but when you fold this piece in for the transformation back to jet mode, make sure that this peg that is on a hinge for some reason gets into that groove right there. Just fold that out on that double hinge system. Fold that back. Boom. There you go. Do the same on the other side. Boom. There you go. Alright, there we go. Then take the null rays. Just tab those back into the arms. Right there. There you have Starscream in his robot mode. And I think this guy looks absolutely beautiful in this mode. Look at that. The robot mode on this guy is drop dead gorgeous, even without all of his extra roleplay gear. The proportions are spot on, and the plastic quality is very durable compared to some recent releases, making this guy both look and feel like an absolute Chad. I love all of the detailing each new G1 figure gets nowadays. He looks so mechanical and never ever gets boring to stare at and appreciate. Combined with his iconic colors, and damn, you have one of my favorite Starscream figures I think I've ever owned. Getting down into articulation for this guy, he's lacking in some areas such as the waist and the wrists, but he does have quite a bit of posability. So he does have a ball joint at the head. You can get all of that nice wiggly waggly motion. It can look up that far, look down pretty far. He does have some nice side to side tiltage like that. You move the wing out of the way as much as you can. It's on a hinge right there. You can fold it back so the shoulders can do a full 360. They can move out that far, in that far. He does have a bicep swivel and a little over 90 at the elbow right there. Wrists can only hinge upward, and that's just hinge forward, I should say, and that's just kind of sad. And the fingers are articulated, which is very nice. So you can get a lot of charisma out of just his hands there, and I think that's pretty cool. Nothing at the waist, but you can flip the skirt up so the legs can kick forward that far, and they can move backward that far. They can move out, not that far at all. That's kind of pathetic. And it can move in that far if you want to make that useful. He does have a thigh rotation right there. And the knees are kind of annoying on this figure because they do have a tendency to come untabbed when you're trying to hinge them. And that kind of sucks. But they can bend a little past 90, about 95 I'd say, and that's pretty good. And he does have an ankle tilt right there. Also, the toes are on hinges if you want to make that useful. So, it does have quite a bit of articulation, but he's kind of awkward with a lot. I've said it with a lot of figures. You can make it work, but he's kind of awkward, but he still looks good. This guy does pose very well, but the lack of waist swivel and any other wrist articulation is pretty annoying. However, I do understand that the transformation hinders what the designers could have added in, so I won't give it too much shit for that. So, to attach the coronation gear, the first thing I like to do, I like to start out with the cape because this thing kind of sucks, frankly, and I like just getting it out of the way. I don't like the hinge system. It's very, very weird. But the first thing I like to do is just come around, lift up the nose cone. You'll see a little port right there where this tab will go in. So just insert peg into hole. Come on, we're good at that on this channel, right? And boom, there you go. You can flail that out if you want, and I don't really like doing that, honestly, so I'm going to leave it like that. Next thing I like to do is pop off the null rays, and take the shoulder pads over here, hinge the peg out, and get your fucking thumbnail in there, and just move that out, and take one of the other null rays that they give you here, the ones with not as much junk in the trunk there. You're just going to want to take that, tab it in, boom, come on, tab it in, and there you go, and you just attach those to the shoulders, but it's kind of finicky because it's on a hinge and you're trying to tab it in, but once you get it, it looks beautiful. And after doing the same on the other side, just hinge his head forward, and take his luscious little crown right here, and just plop it on. Apparently not. Just plop it on. That should just tab in right there. And boom, there you have Starscream in his nice femboy outfit. I mean, his nice coronation gear. And yeah, I like keeping the shoulder pads right there just hinged up. Looks more menacing that way. And yeah, I think he looks fucking incredible like this. Oh my god, if you have this figure just in hand, you understand that this just looks really cool. Again, I don't really like the cape, but you can splay that out if you want and make that look just so much nicer. And yeah, I think that's a figure worthy of a crown like that. And goddamn, I thought this guy couldn't get any better, but as the main selling point of this re-release, you get this fancy stunner right here. The cape is kind of problematic for me, unfortunately. It's very awkward with its hinge system, and I can see these joints getting pretty loose over time. Besides the cape complaint, he looks beautiful with his coronation gear, and even better with his throne that you can give to literally any figure that you want. Overall, this guy quickly became one of my favorite figures in my collection. He's stylish, chunky, durable, and stupidly fun. Is he worth $55 though? Personally, I'd say yes, just because of how much you get with him. Usually it's hard for me to justify certain figures that are a size class above what they should be when they only come with a few extra pieces of plastic. But, I mean, he comes with a throne. It's a no-brainer here. Get yourself one of these now! Well, anyways, my friends, that was my review of Transformers Studio Series Coronation STARSCREAM. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to comment down below. And with all of that being said, guys, this has been That Nerd Isaac 2006, and I'm rolling out. Peace.